the Louisville Cardinals and the TCU Horned Frogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Ammon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth might be small, but it is mighty. Seating 46,000 fans, the purple smoke, the engine horn blaring, the Frogs get it going on game day in Fort Worth. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Cardinals will kick off first, and here we go. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Using his legs, it's Payne. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking downfield, it's Craig. Makes the grab, it's James. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Running inside, it's Payne. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
On the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback making adjustments. Handoff from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He wants to go deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. There's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football, and I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that, but, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback. That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. A no doubt about it, an easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Richardson. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Cardinals in the hurry up. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense.
Finding some room. Touchdown, Cardinals! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Payne. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. A run for the quarterback. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Craig. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
The Cardinals are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Craig. He spins that thing down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. Finds a seam. He's at the touchdown, Horned Frogs. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense is throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a 1st down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Louisville! He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Craig. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it. With the catch, it's Payne. Still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Running inside, it's Payne. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He's got it again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Here's the pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, TCU! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's going to take off. Looking for room at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the number 10 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Illini coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about the aggressive play call? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end end zone. You know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Payne. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt to try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Back out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot at maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Craig. Lets it go to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, TCU. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, coming out into the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. With the catch, it's Hughes. Breaks away on the left. The 20. Inside the touchdown Cardinals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And some might question the call. You're going to go for it on fourth down in your own territory, but you don't question the result. He takes the football on the ground all the way to the house. Not only does he get the fourth down conversion, he gets the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got got it in the middle. It's Skinner. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Skinner. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone. This isn't...
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. He'll set up to throw. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quick release on the RPO. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking downfield, it's Craig. Hubs it downfield. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Louisville's offense has taken the field and they look ready to go. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those early. Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. Grabbed along the sideline, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Setting up the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't have to...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Dropping back, it's Craig. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there's really no question here after not getting it on that last run play. Down in the fourth quarter, fourth down, you've got to go.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got an open man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Pass the 30. Got a lot of room to the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Payne. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Looking to throw, it's Craig. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Handoff for Brown. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Again, it's Brown. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up.
Maybe some room here. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Got enough for the first. There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He's at the 50, the 30, he's at the 20. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams, getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Motion from the back. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those.
Going for it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And down he goes. A sack on fourth down, and the defense gets the football back.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. If there's time to pad the stats. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0.